The Arctic is a world where almost nothing survives. But one animal not only survives, it dominates. A hunter with the nose of a bloodhound, the strength of a tiger, and the endurance of a marathon swimmer. This is the polar bear. And today, you'll discover exactly how it survives the harshest place on Earth. From blizzards colder than -40 degrees Celsius, to hunting grounds that melt beneath their paws, to newborn cubs that enter the world as tiny, blind creatures. This is the true life story of the Arctic's most powerful predator. The polar bear's survival begins with its design. Its fur isn't just white, it's engineered. Its important adaptation is the paws. Huge, wide, rough-textured like sandpaper. These paws spread weight across ice, helping bears walk safely over frozen oceans without breaking through. They double as paddles in water, pushing the bear through freezing seas for hours without rest. In the Arctic, hunting is not about speed. It's about patience. Seals breathe through tiny holes in the ice. Polar bears know every one of these openings. They wait, motionless. Minutes pass. Hours pass. Sometimes an entire day. A single strike from the bear's paw ends the hunt. One seal can keep a bear alive for a week. But this kind of success is rare. Sometimes the ice melts too early. Sometimes the seals change locations. And sometimes the bear simply misses. A polar bear must make every hunt count because starvation is never far away. One of the most incredible animal mothers on Earth is the female polar bear. When winter approaches, she digs a den into the snow. This becomes her home for months. Inside, she enters a state of deep rest, no eating, no drinking. Then, in the coldest part of winter, two tiny cubs are born. Blind, furless, each weighing no more than a can of soda. For 3 months, the mother lives only on her own fat, producing milk richer than any other land mammal. When spring arrives, she breaks open the den, guiding her newborn cubs into a world of blizzards and ice. From this moment, every lesson she teaches could decide their future. A polar bear cub's education begins immediately. They learn to walk across snow without sinking. They learn to follow their mother's scent trails. They learn to swim icy waters with confidence. And most importantly, they learn how to hunt. At first, cubs simply imitate how to sniff the air, how to move silently, how to wait at seal breathing holes with absolute patience. Playtime becomes training. Wrestling builds strength. Chasing snow builds endurance. But survival in the Arctic is never guaranteed. Storms can bury a family in minutes. Male bears may attack cubs. And hunger is a constant threat. Only the strongest cubs make it past their first year. For thousands of years, polar bears ruled the frozen north. But today, their greatest challenge isn't another animal, it's the loss of ice. The Arctic melts earlier every year, shortening the hunting season. Polar bears must swim farther, walk longer distances, and burn more energy than ever before. Some wander into human towns searching for food. Others become stranded on isolated ice sheets. And some grow too thin to continue hunting. But even against these odds, polar bears show incredible resilience. They change their routes. They explore new territories. They travel farther than ever before recorded. The battle is hard, but the species keeps fighting. Scientists track polar bears across the Arctic using satellite collars. Some populations are shrinking, others remain surprisingly stable. What they've learned is simple. Polar bears are survivors. They've endured ice ages. They've survived natural disasters. and they've adapted through 125,000 years of climate change. The question now is whether the Arctic can remain strong enough for its greatest predator to continue thriving. The polar bear is more than a science. As long as ice still forms at the top of the world, the Arctic's white giant will continue its ancient journey across the frozen sea. This is the life of the polar bear, and this is how it survives the Arctic.